Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy, you better not be wearing pants day. Just saying. How are you? I'm starving. I'm not distracted. A little difficult. I have to swivel in my chair. I got a crick in my neck. Falling apart. All right. What are we doing this weekend? Legally. Just saying. What's going on in the world? I don't know. I haven't paid attention. I did talk to Harley, my granddaughter, who's recovered. I call her my little fire breathing dragon right now. She's doing well. She had a slight temperature, not enough to, it was like low grade. But we're keeping an eye on that. But I did a little work on her, put her in a spiritual ice bath, cooled her down. And she says, Mimi, I just want to sleep. And I said, oh, I can help you with that. What day would you like to wake up next week? She didn't think that was funny. But she's doing well. It takes her time. She still wants bacon and cookies and things like that. And it's not happening yet. We are working on soft foods, scrambled eggs, all that kind of stuff. But she's doing okay. All right. And the other ones are just rotten, so nothing new there. But I hope to have a calm weekend, normal weekend. Let's just put it that way. Stress-free, staying out of jail weekend. How about that? All right. Put your questions in. I'm going to start with coffees. Who do we have? Terry beat everybody to the punch. Terry's awesome. I love her. She posts the link to the show. She posts the link to the coffee page. She's just amazing. And I love you, Terry. All right. Okay, Miss Elisa Sayoni just pumping out these songs left and right. The Southern Hospitality. All right. Terry, what do we got? Good afternoon, sister. Good afternoon, sister. Is there a message from the mockingbird that landed on my head this morning? It was so awesome. Did he leave a prize behind? All right. Starring. Hey, Rock, are you still painting? You're painting. Have a good weekend. Don't work too hard. All right. Mockingbird landed on your head. Okay. That's just up close and personal with nature, huh? Okay. I shuffled these cards. One came up in reverse. That's weird. Shouldn't be in reverse, but I'll take it. I'll read it that way. Terry, this was a beautiful, beautiful message. We start with the sun card. How beautiful. Happy, happy, happy. This mockingbird was happy. Moving forward for you, the Knight of Wands is always about moving forward with your plans and your mission, but it's also a strict reminder not to make careless, reckless mistakes. Okay. These wands are always about taking action, but make sure that you don't go too fast. And then mistakes are made. Does that make sense? So whatever your plans are. This is the one that came up in reverse, but this is in the past position. It's a good card to have in reverse. Is the Knight of Swords. Usually this is unnecessary worry and anxiety. You don't have that. You have mastered the ability to go, fuck it. That's what you've kind of done. This is continue working on your plans. Get your master plan down. Here in the near future, your world is about to flip upside down for the positive. Okay. All right. Cycles, life cycles. Wheel of Fortune can be an actual Wheel of Fortune coming, an offering being made to you. Make sure that you have balance. It's just reiterating what the Knight of Wands is saying. Don't go too fast. Yes, wings. All work and no play. That's no fun. Don't do that. Mockingbird's just having fun with you. Just a representation of watch where you're going. Okay? That was a really cool thing, though, to land on your head. As long as it didn't leave back any surprises, that's good. Okay, I am still a starring. Hello, Brother Roy. How is it across the pond? Just wonder if YouTube's still messing with everybody's names. Just curious. All right. Is that it? Thank you, Nikki, for putting that in there. For the coffees, let's refresh it, and then we're going to jump into our stars because I think. Nope. Jojo McWill has the next one. Gratitude for you. Thank you, love. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right now, that's going into. I usually put all the money right back into my business. But Harley's birthday is Wednesday, and that's going to help with that. We're always holding up. Well, you hold down the line there, and we're manifesting great things. All right, let's go to the stars. Mila has this one. First one. How did ZA feel about me when I met him last time? Wasn't it ZM the other day? How many Z's we got, Mila? All right. How did ZA feel about me? You just manhunting, huh? All right, let's see. Take this off. Okay, so this is you excited, wanting to talk to him, but this ZA person is in a state of mind of he just worry about him right now. He's like The Hermit is literally a hermit. He likes to be by himself. Not in a hurry to be in a relationship at all. Here's Temperance. He's just kind of happy doing his own thing. He can tend to be a little judgmental. You need to give him some time. You need to give whoever all these Z's are, if they're the same person or multiples, you need to give it a little bit more time if you're hunting for a partnership. It's not time yet. You're still in a cycle of your life. It will change around. It will flip for you, but slow it down. And if you're seeking that hard, it's going to lead to disappointment. If you just be patient, there's more hope there. Okay. But this ZA is more of a, I don't want to say loner because that doesn't sound good, but he kind of is. He likes to keep to himself, do his own thing. It's not a bad thing, just not ready for a relationship. All right. Hello, everyone coming in. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Marcy, Charlene. All right. Jonna's got the next one. Okay, on Wednesday's message, you mentioned a father figure around me. Is Larry the father figure? Larry the cable guy? All right, so this is a yes or no kind of thing. It gives us any additional. That'd be great. I agree, Miss Charlene. Let go and let God. God will give you the path to take, the timing. We tend to rush his plans. We turned into J.D. Wentworth. I want it now. He's like, I know what's best for you. Slow it down. Reel it in. All right. Larry, are you the father figure to Jonna? No. Mm-mm. No. I'm a little concerned about this spirit. Because you have a spirit coming around you that likes to mask itself. Has Larry come around you before? Yes. But that's in the past. This one's a little secretive. High Priestess. Larry does come around. This is somebody different, Jonna. 4. Is that generational? Yes. So I have the 4 of Wands, but it wasn't about something like a new spirit. It's new to you, but Wing shows me like a family tree, and that tells me go back that many generations. So I asked Divine Spirit, is it generational in your family? Go back 4 generations, like a grandfather, great grandfather times 4. And it says yes. Jonna, I'm not sure that you've met this person, but when they were here, they were very, they have lots of messages for you. He was the patriarch. So maybe you know a little bit about your family history. Is this dad's side? Yes. This is your father's side. Very traditional. This is like a 4th great grandfather, Jonna. Not Larry. Larry does come, but this was not him. Interesting. All right. Thank you, Jojo. I got you. But the gratitude goes to Jen Spirit for the insights. It goes to Wing's new Pictionary board. Yeah, he might go digital. You don't know him. Yeah, we got a lot of spirit around us that we've never met, but they're contracted to be with you for all generations. So it's hard to understand that. Like, why would somebody want to hang out with me? I've never met them. You have, just not in this timeline. Yeah. The family coach is what Wings is saying. Okay. All right. I am going to pause questions. We got a whole slew of them. All right. Here we go. Next on the stars, Miss Pam. May I have a message from Spirit, please? Yes. All right, Miss Louise, you got it in under the wire there. Okay. Message from Spirit for Miss Pam. This is a busy card today. Oh. Okay, Miss Pam. There's parts of your life right now you're trying to figure out how to get stable control over to move forward with. This is also learning and proceeding on your mission. This card is very busy today. Wheel of Fortune, we need to remember, is kind of fate and destiny, and you kind of controlling the wheel here, and you're trying to get control over a situation. In the past, you've had to make some tough choices. Okay. Currently, you may be focusing on finding the finances. This is to pay for something for services in your community. There is ongoing turmoil here. There's a little bit of fighting, something that you're dealing with right now. This card is in reverse. I don't know why, but Two of Wands is usually like this. It's making tough decisions, one foot in and one foot out. When it's like this, it's like you don't have much choice in the matter. Maybe you need to find some extra income. You're not quite sure which way to go. You're dealing with something in your life that's caused you a little bit of strife. Okay. Wang says this could be something that happens in the future. So don't feel stuck. Take control and do what you got to do. All right. It's just a little bit of a warning. You can take control of your situation. Just takes a little bit more focus. But I'm moving forward. I've got to learn a little bit more and get some more information. Okay. All right. Let's see. Back here, Miss Lisa. Aloha. Are we going to receive Doge payments this year? I think everybody's to the point. Give me something. Just something. All right. Kind of a yes or no. But you know that they always try to give us a little something. Oh, how nice of you. Wink says, we'll throw in a little extra. Okay. We'll do sprinkles on top. Doge payments this year. And we call them Doge payments, but it's really just coming out of your trust. It's just your inherited godly money, your account. They call it whatever, your straw man account or whatever. That's where the money's coming from. They just call it Doge payments. Will we get one this year? Once again, timing is everything. This is in the fate is in the hands of the higher ups. Mr. T here in the US. Lisa, this is a good confirmation that, yeah, we'll be celebrating, but I get that it's beyond Doge. This is generational wealth. So I don't think their little $1,000 or $2,000 payments is generational wealth. It is, people will get one, but because Lisa, you're a part of our little RV family, I think you're gonna have that on top of it. That's your generational wealth. But for everyday normal people, we call them tier 5B, they will receive a Doge payment. Yeah, you got a strong yes. The Ace of Cups came in. It says yes. And I specifically asked 2025 in this timeline. Wings threw in the generational wealth because he was chuckling. He says, I'll give you a little extra. Because he knew somebody was going to ask. But yeah. Yeah, Charlene, it's hard to tell what they're doing. Just when you think they've got their plan all figured out, they go and do something. And then they mention stuff, and then they stop talking about it. And there's just a lot of things they mentioned 6 months ago, and then it just went away. So, Wings, you're such a ham. Lisa, he just put a lei over his head, and he nodded to you. He said, "You're welcome." Okay. Jojo McWill, April 26th. That'd be interesting. That's my son's birthday, day before mine. Melania Trump's birthday. I don't feel that we have to wait that long. I just don't. I don't look. It doesn't feel right to trust mankind's dates. I'm trusting what God has shown us. If we got to wait till April, we got to wait till April. But there's nothing we can do about it. We've come this far. It's just people are hurting so bad. How many more people have to go homeless and have trouble before something's done? Let go, let God, right? I know. All right. Miss Regina, hello. Is there a message from my dad? All right. Get your chores done. No, I'm just kidding. Trying to loosen my neck up a little bit. I'm wearing my perfume today. They call it El Icy El Hate. All right. I don't know why your dad's eating popcorn, but okay. All right. Other than Other than the fact that he loves you, he does love you. Regina, Dad's got. He's got a good message, but there's a little bit of a warning in here. There's something. This is focused on financial. This is focusing on holding on for dear life financially, like hanging on by a thread kind of thing. And you feel like I'm losing here. You could be one of these people that if something doesn't happen soon, you may have financial troubles. Not to worry. You're going to come out okay. By the way, that's your I love you from Dad in the past. This is the triumph. Keep moving forward, even though financial may look a little grim right now. It's going to be okay. You're getting ready to start something new, a new project, making deals. And here's all your new stuff: new house, new car, new life. This is all these celebratory things that you're going to be doing. Dad's just like, hang in there. It wasn't just for nothing. All right. It's going to be okay. Your base card is generational wealth as well. Dreams coming true. The reason he's eating popcorn is because it's symbolic to this could take a minute. We don't eat popcorn all in one bite. It's a slow one thing at a time. Okay. It's a good thing that's what he said, because if he would have said enjoy the show, I might want to punch him in the throat. But I didn't. So Regina, it's okay. Dad's just saying hang in there. All right. It's not as bad as you think. All right. Let's see. Jump a tree. How are you, love? Hi to Miss Eve. What's her next crochet project, JoJo? I'm curious. All right. I feel that I have a masculine and feminine guardian angel. Will you use pendulum to figure out the names? Sure. Thing one, thing two. Tane and Puddentane. Ask me again, I'll tell you the same. Let's see. All right. Who wants to come in here first? Male or female? Oh, the bossy male. Okay. All right. Bossy male. What is your name? I'm just picking up on the ones that are coming through. I hope it's the same ones that you are referring to. We start with an L. That's the name Wings was spelling out for me. His name is Lewis. 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 Okay. Oh, a sweater jacket. I like that. All right. Lewis is your dude. Who's the dudette? What is your name, darling? Starts with a G. E. Wings. Okay. Could Wings be correct? Do you know what he did? He drew the state of Georgia, and that's what it's spelling out. Her name is Georgia. Now you can sing Georgia on my mind. Lewis and Georgia. They must be Southern. Okay. Those are the two that have come through for you, Joe Patry. I assume that those are the ones you're referring to, but I have Lewis and Georgia. I don't think I've ever had Georgia come through. Okay. think when you refer to them, you should be as southern as you can. I think I just lost a question. Let's see if I can go back and find it. Why is it double clicking on me? This is the one I lost. I don't know. Somehow it kicked out 2 questions. How rude. Okay, what does my higher self want me to know? Okay. All right, let's see. Apparently, oh, don't turn too fast. Switching decks here. Your higher self. Okay, Regina, I'm getting this too shall pass. Okay, what's passing here? Oh, I think you just got this in another reading. Message from your higher self. This still leads to finances. This is personal abundance, independent, sovereign. You could do this by yourself. You got this. Your higher self is saying, but you really need to be careful for the thieves and liars that can come in and trick you and try to take it from you. It's based on false pretenses, like manipulation, like I'll help invest your money, wink, wink, wink. This, your higher self is, please be aware of what's coming and do your homework on companies that you get involved with. But you had this one in the last, we just did a reading for you, and you had this one, 4 of Wands. That's all this new stuff. For some people, it can mean marriage, babies, all this stuff, but it's party, it's celebration, it's coming together with community and woohoo, good news. So your higher self is encouraging you to keep on your plans. Things are going to work out because remember, your higher self has already been there, done that. Like this too shall pass. You've got to be more aware of who you trust. And if you do that, you're good to go. Crank up your intuitive abilities and your intuition of how to read people, because the base card is the Queen of Wands, and she uses her intuition to know who she can trust and who she can't. Okay, if you get a gut feeling about somebody and it's not positive, yeah, pump the brakes a little bit. Lots of people out there that want to take advantage of us, right? All right. I don't know what has happened to my starred questions here, but they're very, very jumpy. If these are out of order, I apologize. And if I miss somebody, I apologize. You just have to tell me. But the next one that it has is Miss Walletta. Okay. Okay. Any messages from Spirit for this weekend, please? And thank you. How much Benadryl is involved? It's Friday. Have you been to Costco today? Just saying. What you gonna do this weekend? We're staying out of jail. We're gonna have a little me time. You're gonna laugh your way through it. done with October yet? No, we still got a week. Well, it is weekend. Ugh. All right. A little self-discipline is necessary. This is already intuitively anticipating the worst. This is a mindset of doom and gloom, feeling stuck. This is just another weekend that I have to get through without hurting somebody. Don't go with negative thoughts. You're learning how to deal with this. Take a deep breath. Temperance, you've got to be a little bit more patient, not only with yourself, but with everybody else. That's what keeps you out of prison. I don't know if you've been thinking, or it's more of an emotional thing. The Two of Cups is about making an emotional agreement, soul contract, making a deal. Have you thought about reaching out and having a conversation with somebody that you want to do a project with in the future? You might start having conversation if you haven't already, or you might be following up and having another conversation. You've got plans for the future. You may start this dialogue back and forth. It's like, hey, I really want to do this here in the near future. Would you be interested in working with me? Kind of focus on that. And see, maybe you know somebody who you could make the investment and they can help run it or work with you. Seven of Pentacles is leaning on you, being patient, making the investment, and it's going to pay out. This is something tied in with future projects. Go ahead and start having these conversations about what your plans are for the future. Wyletta, you already know this, but Spirit repeats things just to kind of hammer them home. When you have this conversation with this person about finances, that's that Ace of Pentacles, the gift of money, where it's coming from. Could you please make sure that the husband's not around? I know you know this, but Spirit's reiterating that King of Swords. He is overbearing, sharp tongue, and it's going to tell you, she's crazy. She thinks you're getting all this money. Don't listen to that garbage. Okay, just make sure he's not in the picture when you have this conversation. Okay, Miss Wyletta? Because that could lead you going to jail, and we don't want that. All right. Oh, Miss Mary says switch to liquid form. Okay. Hang in there, Miss Regina. I know you're hanging on by a thread. Many people are, but you got this. Your higher self says you got this. You're going to come out great. Their perception and what they see is so much different than what ours is. No Costco today. Okay, well. Now it's like Spirit gave you homework for the weekend. You're going to focus on positivity. All right. Yeah, the baby, I agree. My heart goes out to people that are in relationships or have partnerships or roommates or whatever you want to call them that are not on board with our future. Whether you've invested physically or not, or you just want to participate for hope and optimism, I can't imagine the stress level for people that do not have a partner that is balanced. Just can't. Because Lee's totally on board. Now, he allows me to do the math part, the investing part. But he's totally on board. I can't imagine if he wasn't. Probably because I'd be the one in prison. Yeah. Just saying. That's good, baby. He doesn't necessarily agree, but he doesn't throw you under the bus for it. That's good. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I was watching Mark Z and Dr. Scott last night, and they were talking about partners not on board. And unfortunately, when the world starts to get better, there's going to be still negativity as far as the divorce rate going through the roof. I can't imagine. All right. Jojo McWill, here we go, love. Can I get a read on the new week to come? Last week of October. Right? What's coming? Anybody do the trick or treater thingy? We don't. We live too far out. We don't get trick or treaters unless the cows want a piece of chocolate. But the turkeys and the deer. No, we don't do that. I don't even know if our grandbabies are going to go this year or not. I didn't even decorate. All right. Last week of October for JoJo. What do we got? Okay. Wing says you're looking at your watch. I know you are. We all are. Make it a purdy watch. Oh. You're going to start the week out good. You're good. Sitting pretty, emotionally happy, like celebrate, yay. I feel like, all right, we're having a good week. This is moving out of troubled waters. Overcoming some things you may have recently gone through. Starts out great. I'm a little concerned about the end of next week, which is around Halloween time. There's some sadness here. There's some loss, grief, sadness, mourning. It might temporarily kind of throw you off balance. There's just some disappointing news towards the end of the week that kind of throws you off balance. Get a different perspective. This is something that is meant to happen. And then this is for the weekend, which is actually the 1st of November. Get excited. All right. It'll stabilize itself. You're going to yo-yo a little bit next week, JoJo. It'll be okay. Start out great, but you've got a little bit of sadness around the end of the week, around Halloween. Okay. All right. Just stick with it. The sadness is temporary, or disappointment it's temporary. This too shall pass. All right. Why does it do that? Roy, your first question got thrown out. I'm going to go find it. I don't know why it does that. All right. Could I please have a message from Spirit? Yes, darling. Yeah, the roller coaster. At some point, I wish Wings would start hanging out barf bags because I'm tired of the ride. All right. Brother Roy, what's going on? Okay. Roy, Wings is showing me a map. What are you hunting for? A new place to live? You still he shows me you've circled a couple, you've marked out a couple. You still on the hunt? Oh. Just showing you Pictionary. Message for Brother Roy. Okay. You're going through a huge transition, but this is a very slow transition in your life. You're like, this is dragging on forever and ever because the death card represents it's necessary, it's transformation. What you're going through right now is to better your life. It just drags its feet, okay? But think of it like the butterfly coming out of the chrysalis kind of thing. 9 of Pentacles. This is abundance, independence, sovereignty, not having to rely on anybody else for your financial needs. Get the higher ground when it comes to protecting your investment. A lot of people are getting these messages. 7 of Wands is standing guard, higher ground. I'm in control here. Nobody is going to tell me what I'm going to do. Because you are also in a vulnerable position for a tower moment if you trust the wrong people. Okay. King of Cups, being emotionally manipulated if you don't set boundaries. Okay. Don't let people walk all over you. Okay. Because it's going to lead to grief, disappointment, heartache, broken heart. Be careful. You're just going to start practicing skills of trusting that internal gut of, do I really want to work with this person? Do I really trust this person? When they say, hey, can you write me a check? Just leave it blank and I'll do the filling in. No, I don't think so. That kind of, that's just an example. Be careful, Brother Roy. All right. Next one. I hope it didn't kick any more out. It's hard for me to keep track of them, but I saw it kick it out. I don't know what's wrong with it. This is StreamYard. Sunshine. Hello, Jen. Could I please get a message from Spirit? Thank you. Okay. Bossy Pants does not want that deck. Right. Okay. Sunshine. Sunshine. There's a man. Okay. Right now, you're going through a phase of getting a different perspective on things. Okay. The hangman is just, it's comfortable. He's comfortable in his stage in life, but in order to understand and get the true understanding of what he wants and needs to fulfill himself, he kind of has to kill the ego and get a different perspective of a new way of looking at things. Okay. That's part of the message. There is a message of love and romance and an offer of it. Ooh, knight in shining armor here. But there's a warning. This will break your heart and disappoint you. Okay, now that does not mean that you have to go and overanalyze every man coming into your life, because there is one that you are to make a deal or partnership with. Now, you can choose whether this is a romance thing or if it's a business thing, but this is something that will happen in the future. Right now, in the stage of your life, it says no. Okay. Queen of Swords. She is just about continuing her quest for knowledge and truth. And that's where you're at right now. She's doing her own thing until she figures herself out. Then the relationship can come later. Okay. So Spirit says, yeah, just focus on that. And the Hangman, yeah, well, if she wants to stand on her head, she can. All right. So I'd like to see that. All right. Did I cut you off, Mercy? What is wrong with this thing? I don't understand it. Let me go back to the other feed and see if I have to get to. I have 3 different ones running here. Let me see if I can find it. It's weird. It's Friday. It is taking its pants off and quit working for the day. Roy Sunshine. And I've got Joe Patry, Louise, Roy, JoJo. Baby Marcy, I've got a couple of them starred here for you. They just haven't happened yet. Okay. Let's see. Joe Betray with George and Lois. Julie and her fairies have not been around. I'm wondering if they've gone, if they're gone to find our new home. I think they found it. Well, you know, you did this before when you moved to where you're at now. If I remember correctly, but I don't always remember correctly. Yeah, let's see. Where's Julie and the fairies? Oh, Wingsy. Yes. Too many devices. Okay. Julie and the fairies. Okay. I see land, tree line. Oh, it's a blessing. Yeah, you're right, JoJo. For when the transition does happen, it's a little slower, but Julie kind of gets the jump on things. You're absolutely right, because that's her strength, and there's a purpose for it. It's making an offering and blessing the land. Does that make sense? For when the RV does happen, but these are also blessings, giving and receiving of energy and exchange on the land here. For when that transition, that's a moving, happens. Stabilizing and blessing the ground. You see how abundant it will be. There's energy in this land that needs stabilized. And that's what she's doing, because that's what she's contracted to do for you. Yep. You are correct, JoJo. So this is about blessing, stabilizing, fertilizing as well. I'm just picturing Julie the fairy crapping all over the land, but that's not what it means. It just means there's something about the land that just needs the chemicals in it, or whatever you want to call it, needs stabilized so it'll be abundant. Okay, even better than what it is now. All right. Let's see. Miss Louise, is Jerry of the light? Is he in his tower moment? Well, we've talked a little bit about this because he's kind of yo-yoed. Let's hope that he chooses to come back to the light because I know that he was going through a rough time. Don't shit in my yard. You would do that, Jojo. Don't shit in my yard. If you train Smiley, you train Julie. All right. All right. It's Jerry of the light. I think he's just going through something. I think he's just at the lower dip of his roller coaster, Miss Louise. At least that's what I hope. Yeah. Okay. So Jerry is of the light. There's your strength card and there's your world card. This is victory and good, but we have to remember the world, you know this, you've studied tarot. He's going through a cycle in his life. He's coming to the end of this cycle that he's at. He's going to come out on his own. There's your Ace of Cups. He's going to be okay, but he has to complete this cycle for himself. He also has to take charge of who he's hanging around with and working with and come back to his own sovereignty and understand that he has to take control over his own spirit and soul and life. There's too much influence here. Kind of leads him astray. Jerry is very much of the light, but let him finish out this cycle. The world card is always victory, but wrapping up so he can start something new. Okay. Base card is good advice for you, Miss Louise. 4 Pentacles. Hold on. Hold on for dear life. All right. It's got a stable foundation. It just needs to return to it. It'll be okay. All right. Let me refresh the coffees. Someone bought 3 coffees. Thank you so much, love. May I have a message from Spirit, please? Miss Bonita. Yes, you may, love. All right. Now we have another someone. We have so many someones. It's the reunion of someones. All right, Miss Bonita. What do we got? I don't see YouTube's chat. I'm on StreamYard chat. It's still acting weird and I'm not touching nothing. Do you all see weird activity going on in the chat room? I don't know what's going on. Maybe algorithms, energy. I have no idea. Miss Bonita, I know you're tired. You tired of leaning on your hoe too. 7 of Pentacles is making these investments and then waiting for them to harvest themselves out. Waiting for the message. It is coming through. This is the message of it's worth it. All right. Hang in there. Hang in there. This is a lot slower of a transition than you expected. That's the Death card. But it's God's timing is always best. Okay. It is in the 3D extremely, extremely disappointing and heartbreaking. But Miss Bonita, continue on your mission. Get really excited because things are starting to wrap up here. Don't get distracted by the thoughts. These are those internal thoughts of, oh, I don't want to do this much longer. It's getting to be too much. Everyone's at their wits' end right now. Bonita, Spirit's acknowledging that. Hang in there, love, because at the end, look at this victory. Okay. Just when you think you just don't have any more in you, refocus yourself, reel it in, just pull a few more little drippy drops of I think I can. Okay. I get with Miss Bonita, Wings is showing me this pattern. It's just a repeat. It's just the same thing over and over and over again. It's a cycle that you feel like you're stuck in a loop. It's the same thing week in, week out. Let's move on to something new. You're tired, and I get it. Hang in there. All right. Okay. Another someone. Good afternoon, Jen. So good to see you, darling. It's so good to see you, darling, even though I can't see you. Does the divine creator advise me whether my oldest son, Jeff, would be a good trustee for my trust? Please and thank you. Well, Miss Mary, is this you? Are we going to... This is not the son that we want to string up, right? I'm assuming. May not be Miss Mary at all. It just said someone. All right, let's see. Hello, Michael. Welcome. Welcome to the crazy house. Is this where we break it to Michael that on Fridays we don't wear pants? Or is it a little too soon? Just saying. I figured it was you, Miss Mary. Let's see. Is Jeff a good option to handle your trust? Kind of be a trustee, executive, whatever you want to call it. All right. He's a good option, Mary, but I don't think that you want to give him solo handle of this. He's a good candidate, but he's going to need some assistance. And you can use wealth management teams to assist. You can add them as trustees. King of Pentacles for RV. This is to handle generational wealth. Is this a good idea? To a point, but it's the fact that he doesn't have enough knowledge about it could put you in limbo for a while, and there might be you need extra guardians, okay, at the door to handle this money. Keep working on someone to keep it safe. Jeff it's kind of like this, because you have a thief and liar card. Wings is showing me manipulation. That means that Jeff has a soft spot, just a little bit more, to where someone could come in and go, you know what? Mary's busy. Don't call her and bother her. But if you could just give me a little access and give me a little something, we don't need to bother Mary. You'll just do it. And Jeff, it may be a little overwhelming. You might just do it to get people to shut up. Be careful. So you might want to set it up. If you do decide to use him, make sure that there's a second person involved to advise or has to be involved. Okay. Trust your intuition. This is also a family member that's female. Is there a female in your life that you could trust? This is the other son. Remember? I think he's the manipulator. It's still leaning more towards a very strong, you'd be happier we're having a female run this. She just doesn't take any crap. I don't know who that is, Miss Mary, but maybe you do. I don't think Jeff can handle it solo. I want you to think about it. All right. Okay. He does have a soft spot. Yeah, unfortunately. And there's nothing wrong with having a soft spot, but people that are really tender-hearted and haven't learned to control the empath side and use their intuitive ability to activate their bullshit meter, basically, can get run over and taken advantage of. Okay. All right. Let's see. Back to the stars. Brother Roy, let's see what we got. Will I get a go on my 3 humanitarian projects? All right. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Since there's 3 of them and I don't want to lump them all together because they are separate projects, I'm going to do 3 rows, yes or no on each row. Take one at a time. I don't know what they're called. Let's just say humanitarian project 1, 2, and 3. All right. For humanitarian project number 1, will Brother Roy get a green light go to be able to do these? Oh, wow. Number 1 is a huge yes. Yes, with the right partner running it. Yes, the Chariot's Triumph. The Lover's card is a partnership. And then you have the Victory card. So project number 1, you have a green light yes. Project number 2. Let's see. You have a yes. Strong female presence of starting this project. There's your Empress, your Page of Pentacles. Let the female run this one. And there's your Strength card. She's just a better fit for running this project. So you have 2 yeses so far. Let's go to the 3rd. Roy, there's a 3rd project here that is a lot of weight on your shoulders. It's a heavier job. It may be a little bit bigger. May take a little bit longer. Spirit suggests that they'll give you a green light, but this is something that needs to be independently run by you in particular. This is you solo, independent, working on this. It's going to take a while to get it up and running. It seems it's going to take long. It's just going to take longer. It's a bigger job. It takes more work, more effort. But there's your King of Pentacles. This is generational. There's a project here that is supposed to last beyond your years. You need to handle this. It will succeed, but your vision is your vision. Don't allow someone else to come in and change what your vision is. You have 3 yeses. The first couple are working with a couple of partners. The 3rd one really needs to be your baby. Maybe get the first 2 up and running to where you can walk away and let them kind of handle it. The 3rd one, this one is going to take a lot longer. But you have a yes on all 3. Okay. All right. Let's see. Back up here. Jojo McWill. Read for the collective if time allows. Well, we got time. Let's do it. What does the collective need to know right now? I know we're all over the place and we're all different stages of our life, going through different things, but overall, what is the message for the collective? Wings is showing me a building of faith. Make sure your faith, whatever that is to you, is strong. Oh. Well, don't we just love the smoke and mirrors? Not really, not particularly, but it's part of the movie. I think most of us can relate to this. And it doesn't matter. You do not have to be in the U.S. collective to be a part of this because we're talking about the emperor who's declared the leader pulling the strings for every country right now. That's Mr. T. There's a warning here for the collective. When Mr. T does something and then the media puts it out there, it is going to look like he's making deals with the devil. All right. You know how they throw negative people in front of your face, or he's making deals, brokering deals with people. You're like, that's not good. That's not a good company. There are lots of secrets behind this. All right. This is trickery. Do not believe that there isn't a plan. There is a plan in place. The collective needs to understand these agreements, these deals, these handshakes that are going on right now are for the benefit of the collective in the long run. We should actually get excited for new beginnings. That generational wealth and the money gift is coming. These deals have to come to the forefront, because some of them are about exposing the evil, and some of them have turned and flipped and have agreed to do this for humanity, and it's good because we have a happily ever after. The gifts are going to flow, but there's a very strong warning here. When you see leadership come and shake hands, and it's like, he just shook hands with the devil because of past corruption, do not believe everything you see and hear. There's more to it. That high priestess says, oh, if you could only see and know what's going on behind the scenes. So that explains why Wings was showing me a build up. He shows me building blocks, but it's got faith written on it. We have to start building our faith, not in Mr. T, in God, that he's using Mr. T for exposure and to make the deals and put them in place for our benefit. Okay, so it's just a little bit of a warning. Don't believe everything. And I think we've all learned this. Okay. All right, Brother Roy, I'm glad that resonated with you. You kind of know which project you're doing, which it meant. Okay, I'm glad. All right. Zababy. My cousin Troy has a message for me. Could you please pull and see what it is? Thank you. Well, all right. Did you already pull on this? I know you. Did you pull on it? Let's see. See if it matches. It may and it may not. Because the energies change, you know that. Maybe a new message, or he wants to add on. What does Troy want to tell the baby? Why Why is there so much? There's more emphasis, not just a message for you. It's more towards your husband. I don't know why. I don't know. I just work here. Oh, there's worry, anxiety here. Troy's picking up on this is a transitional phase. Someone out of work right now. I don't know if your husband's out of work or not, or struggling with finances, trying to figure out where in the world do we put two and two nickels together to make things meet. Troy is saying you will triumph over that. Keep moving forward, keep putting one foot in front of the other. There's your triumph. But it requires action. Ace of Wands is always God gave you a talent. Now put it to use. So, the baby, I don't know if your husband needs a good, strong, swift talking to, right? Strong swords here. More of not a tear down, trash him kind of person. Encouragement, but it's a stern encouragement. Does that make sense? This is more for your husband than it is for you. I guess he's telling you can use your words to tell him. Okay. He sold his truck. Keep pushing. There's something else there about putting, if he sold his truck, that kind of puts a damper on his work. There's still something there that he could do. I don't know what that means, Wings. This is a different truck. This is someone else's truck, working for someone else's company. He's going to have to swallow the pride. Wings is swallowing. That means he's going to have to swallow his pride and not be his own boss for a little while just to put food on the table. He's going to have to go work for somebody else. He's going to have to do something that he really doesn't want to do. So Cousin Troy is just saying, give him the encouragement, but a stern encouragement. I don't care what you feel like you don't want to do, you need to. It'll work itself out, and it's temporary, okay? Yeah, he's driving somebody else's truck. He didn't like it. He didn't like it because it's more about obligation to somebody else, beholding to somebody else, and he does not like it. I mean, you just tell him, well, tough titties. Just saying. All right. All right. Okay. You just slid that one under the rug. Apparently, Troy is hugging your daughter. And I gave her a hug for you. I don't know what that. Oh, did you request that he hug your daughter? Okay. All right. The baby's got the next one. Will my husband get one of our broke down vehicles running this weekend? Okay. So this ties in with it. Let's see. Troy's energy is lingering, the baby. He said, every time you ask me to watch out for her or hug her, I do it. He's always doing it. So, okay. Let's see. Will husband get one of the broke down vehicles running this weekend? Are you expecting weather? Wings are showing me rain. Could this hinder it? Yeah, he might need a little bit of help. This says that he'll start it. He'll think about walking away from it, kicking the tires kind of thing, and see if he can get some help. Even if it's just picking somebody else's brain. But you do have a yes that he will get it. He just needs to put the time, and he may have to put a little bit of money into it. That's investment. So he will, to figure out. He is not happy about investing in this. This is disappointment. This is the last thing that he wants to do. But if he'd make the effort, it will help. Okay? Just encourage him. But you have a strong yes. He will. You have a garage. Okay. All right. Marcy. I hear the Panama jungle had Marines rescue mission. You want confirmation? Let's see. Oh, he's disappointed in the parts. Oh. Yeah. Well, don't let him be discouraged as a baby and throw in the towel. You just keep pushing him and it'll get done. He may tend to want to give up before the project's over. Like, this is crap. This is not going to work. Just keep encouraging him. All right. Panama Jungle Marines Rescue Mission. Is this confirmation? What can you tell us? Or is this smoke and mirrors? I don't know. They're always doing stuff we don't know about. Cool. This is pretty deep. This was a hard mission. They had angelic help, though. Took a little while. This has been in the works for a while. This is an area and location. They've had a lot of loss. But yeah, it was time to kick in the door there. That's judgment. It was brought to their attention. This is a major problem. This is outside help of where to go, what to do intuitively. And I want y'all, I know that you do this, but we need to send extra prayers out to these Marines and any other soldier, airman, sailor, anybody out there that is in the military fighting to clean up this garbage. Please send extra prayers to them because they are having a hard time separating their own emotions from their mission. They're doing it, but when the mission's over, it's a hard pill to swallow. Okay. But yes, they did. A lot of tough decisions when to go in. They did have resistance. This was a battle, but all honor and glory, they had angelic help and they won. So let's pray for their emotional, mental state. Yeah. But yeah, they did have a rescue mission. A lot more loss. I mean, they did rescue, but they also, this was more of a recovery mission as well. That's a lot. Okay. Let's go. Miss Louise has the next one. The Lyrans settle in inner Earth on a nearby planet. Okay. Wings goes everywhere. Okay. This is a process of intermingling, interliving just about every species. Y'all remember that movie Men in Black? When he goes in and the operating, and like he's looking around and the headquarters or whatever, and every species is walking around and they work together kind of thing. That's kind of what it is. There's not, some of them don't have planets to call home base. They're just everywhere all the time. But we'll be specific. Will they go to Shambhala, Inner Earth, Argotha, whatever you want to call it? It's got lots of different names. We're on a nearby planet. But he's showing me scattered. Really just depends on where they are. Okay, so here's your Lyrans. Some of them will, yeah, there's your lions. Some of them will settle. There's your strong yes, the inner peace. And some will be in limbo. That means interstellar travel all the time, just constantly on the move, going where they're needed. And others will find new planets. The Four of Wands is all the new stuff, new planet, new home. That's why he was saying it's kind of all the above. It's where they're needed. Okay. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. All right. Miss Marcy. In Nevada, a small airplane had emergency landing. ... What am I looking for? Good guys, bad guys, anybody survive? Is that what we're looking for? Let's just take a look. Let's just get a reading on this Nevada plane crash. All right. While I'm shuffling, I do hope y'all have a blessed weekend. Don't work too hard. Remember your me time. Remember, take 30 minutes, do something, run around your yard naked, do something. Do something to make you laugh. Watch funny, crazy cat videos, something. Make sure you spend a little bit of time laughing about, I call it stupid stuff, stuff that, it's just funny stuff. All right. Take some time. Don't be so serious. Don't be about, but I have to clean the house and get the groceries and do the intel and watch the news and take a break from checking all the boxes, guys. Do a little fun. It keeps your vibration up, and it also just breaks the monotony up. Okay. Do something fun just for a little bit. This plane crash in Nevada is not what it seems. We have a magician's trick. This was something that has been planned and in the works for a while. Somebody on this plane that needed to be protected. Apparently, there's a storyline that everybody on board died. I don't even know the headline. This is just what Wings is showing me. No survivors, and that's bullshit. There are secrets behind this. This is optimism. These are always my witness protection cards. I don't even know who they are, but that's okay. Star card in the world, starting over, hope and healing on a new planet. Had to kind of end the cycle here. Basically, he's saying don't believe everything you hear and see. It's not what you think. Smoke and mirrors. Plane crash. This is a drip drop of information. It is not what you think. I know nothing about this plane crash, but it looks like there was somebody on this plane that needed protection and have now been taken off world. Okay. All right, so we'll pray for that person and those who did this mission. Okay, let me go and check this coffee page and refresh it one more time. I think we're good there. And that is it, guys. That's all the questions we had today. It's an hour and a half. Wings has gotten really good about telling me when to stop and pause questions because it's exactly an hour and a half. He thinks he's good or something. All right. That's it. I will see you Monday unless something comes up. Look for the thumbnail. If you don't see the thumbnail, you know something's up. But I will let somebody know somewhere, somehow. All right. I'm taking this one show one day at a time because there's a lot going on around here. Okie dokie. But like I said, do something fun and happy this weekend. Don't be so serious. All right. I love all of you very, very much. Be blessed. Think positive. Let's go take a nap with no pants. It's great. They said full of drugs. Well, I don't know, Marcy. According to this, somebody, that's a cover story. Whatever. I don't believe anything we see and hear anymore. I'm just like, whatever. Okay. All right, guys. Be blessed. Happy Friday. Happy weekend. I see you next time. Blessings.